everybody. Welcome to Two Putts Podcast. I'm Jake Landry.
Nick Huff here.
And we're back for the season 1 finale, the long anticipated. We were trying to get it in at the beginning of the summer, and then just kept not happening. And now it's like a surprise finale. But we will be back. I'm thinking like late September, early October, something like that. Like we'll get settled into school and we'll come back.
Yeah, because unfortunately we do other jobs. And you guys who listen don't promote us well enough. And
dude, toxic. No, don't blame the fans, dude. We talked about that today with Matt, our former guest.
Yeah, whatever. I'm blaming them.
What's the festival he's playing at this weekend?
You can't.
This is bad promotion here.
Here's what we're doing, because we're being good. We're being good fans right now. We're trying to promote. Yeah, it's in East Haven.
Thank you. Okay, that one. Porch Fest.
I don't know. Not Porch Fest.
Something in East Haven tomorrow, 12:30, main stage.
No, 12 o'clock, dude. You really are blowing it.
Wow.
Matt, if everyone who listens, which is 7 viewers, tells one person, well, now that's 14. If they all tell one person, that's
isn't that 7 times 7? Wouldn't that be 49?
So if they all told 7 people, if they all told one.
That's true.
So, look, we average about 7. So I'm going to put it on the 7 viewers. We should be at 14 by now. That's all I'm saying.
Well, here's what we'll accept your healthy dose of toxicity there. But let me say this: part of it is because you also have a puppy now. You got you're a dog dad, so part of it is you've been a little preoccupied, dude. It's not just the people's fault.
Yeah. Also, speaking of that, if anyone is interested in taking a 13-year-old Pomeranian,
a gorgeous Pomeranian. I mean, he just showed me.
Here, I'll get him over here, Tucker.
Oh yeah. Get him for the YouTube crowd.
Dude, he's asleep.
All right. Well, when you'll get him during the show. I'm sure he'll come over.
A little anxious. We give him calming treats. It might be weed. I don't know what it is. We bought it on Amazon.
Probably CBD or something like that.
I don't know. He's a good dog. Little anxious, but other than that, pretty solid.
From the 30 seconds I just saw, I'm already taking him. But if you get there first, I'll let you have it. But okay.
Dude, it's free. He comes with everything.
How about that?
Just so you know, and we're getting his shots on Tuesday, so.
There you go. 13 years old getting his first shots. Got some questions there, but anyway.
Hey, look, he had shots. They're just overdue. That's all I'm going to say.
So season finale, we're going to do a little reminiscing because, we're past our friend-iversary. But, we're moving into our second full year working with each other. And, now we get, the podcast has done a full season. And so, we're going to tell two pretty entertaining stories. At least we find entertaining. But we're going to start with sports just because, that is what we say to people, what we are. So might as well start there. And a couple of topics of interest this summer. And the first one for me, dude, is Bronny James. Bronny James not getting drafted by the Lakers. To me, that's not the story. For me, my angles and mine a lot of the times, I think, or at least recently, are about like the reporting, like how like the ESPN headlines. You've
been big on the reporting.
Yeah, well, because I just think the way that it's all so much grab ass, and like that's a Felger Mass term, but like just patting people on the back and promoting everyone, and like again. People like you and JJ Redick would put everyone in the Hall of Fame type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like if you have 10 votes, you should use 12 of them. Like that type of thing. And it just seeps through into everything.
You should use all your votes, but I'm not getting back into that bag.
Well, because you should vote for the people that are qualified. And if there aren't that many people, then you shouldn't use all your votes. So, right, we talked about that. I agree. We came to a conclusion on that.
Dude, you're coming in toxic.
Yeah, no, that was our podcast banter toxicity, though, not towards the people. So here's the thing, because that's what they come for. They enjoy that. It's entertaining toxicity. So here's the thing that has to be said. Nepotism in sports, especially at the management, level, coaching, manager, owners, this sort of thing, it's rampant. It's everywhere. And again, think about what these people look like. Think about who these people are, what they come from, all those other things, not to get too deep into that. It's very rare for this type of thing to happen at the player level, where a player has not only gained so much power in the league with their talent and accomplishments, but also been able to maintain such a long career and still be relevant and hold that power that they can have some sort of leeway to get their son drafted probably not where he should have been, which I feel like is not a controversial take, right? So this is actually a super cool thing. It's an awesome part of LeBron's legend. It's another, badge on the Cub Scout, sash.
Yo, he's an Eagle Scout by now, bro. He's the Eagle Scout. The Eagle Scout
sash, exactly. But that being said, like, there is just way too much little headlines and things that are like, dude, okay, yeah, he had a block, or yeah, he scored a bucket. He ended the game with 2 points. So, like, why is he getting the highlight type of thing? Like, just too much of that. I think, we've talked about this before. The media just needs to chill. Like, just chill. Just chill on the Bronny stuff. Or spread the love a little bit. Like, it shouldn't be a daily Bronny thing. It just shouldn't. Like, there's too many other stars. It's getting, like, again, yes, these things are about stars, but Bronny James isn't really a star. He's the son of a star. So why not, like, put some eggs in the basket, but let's spread the love to some of these other young talents that are out there. Not that I know a lot of them.
I think it's a twofold thing. One, well, first off, you're going to get so mad at me, bro.
Let's do it. I can't
wait.
Let's
put him in the Hall of Fame.
It's been a while, dude.
So, before he had a heart attack on the court, he was projected a top 10 pick. Like, he fell. He probably should have fallen. Should he have been drafted? I don't know, right? Whatever. But
did his play significantly change before the cardiac arrest?
I mean, it happened before, like, games mattered. So, like, in college. So, I don't really know. Like, I also will say, like, the number 1 and number 2 overall picks, like, if you, like, some of their stats out in France, like,
not good.
This draft class was weak. Like, it was the weakest we've had. Like, so if Bronny came in the class the year before with, like, Victor and, like, Scoot Henderson and all these guys, Bronny, I think you're going to write. They're going to talk about him because he's LeBron James's kid. But there's this alien who's 7'4" with an 8-foot wingspan. There's, like, that's what they're going to talk about. Because, yeah, that's what's unfortunate is there's no, like, stud to watch this year. Like, everyone's waiting for next year's draft. Like, no one cares about this draft.
But can I just say something?
All they can talk about is Bronny.
But the media, but this is the thing, is like, we're seeing him being propped up. So I'm going to push back. There's got to be someone else that could be propped up as well. There's got to be 3 other people, dude. There has to be. Because Bronny's finishing these games with 4 points, and other people are finishing it with more than 10. So
and I've watched the Lakers, and he has not looked good. And the whole thing is like, well, if he can't play offense, like, at least he can defend.
Yeah, tell me about that. No, help me with that, because that's the thing that I haven't really seen, but I'm like, okay,
no,
I'll trust you on that.
He's kind of getting exposed. It's very much like, let's pick on Bronny James. And I don't know if that's you're getting all the coverage.
But this is the thing, is on ESPN, and they're chalk it down, first interruption of the episode. But here's the thing, is like, you turn on ESPN and it's like, well, his defense, and then they show the one play where he made a good defensive play. So that's where, like, I need a broader look from you here.
He doesn't excite me on the defensive end. The issue is the way he's playing offense right now. Even if his defense is good, he's unplayable because you don't have to guard him as of right now. And, like, he is a good shooter. Like, his shooting splits in college show that he's a good shooter, so I think he'll get that form back. But again, I don't know. Like, I'm over the Bronny thing. I will say the media is pushing a very positive narrative, but everyone else is like, can we stop talking about Bronny? Like, he sucks.
Well, I think the talking heads are mostly, from what I've seen, like, exactly being very forthright. But it's like the headlines and the people who are, but they're not the reporters, but the editors who are, like, pushing that sort of narrative and stuff like that. And exactly, like, he makes the 3 the other night, and you go back and watch the replay, and he steps back, and no one even moves to block him, to guard him, because exactly, his stats probably like 1 for 7, at the end of the game type of thing. So it's
actually, yesterday he played mad good. Okay. I will give him that. All right. But the other kid they drafted in the first round, the Connect kid, he looked good. So again,
like, why push him?
Well, yeah, Connect fell because he's 24 22. I'm tired of the NBA exec. Well, let me get an 18-year-old kid who's got higher upside. Well, dude, this kid's NBA
Was
ready,
that
can
is
help
that
your
the
team
Mormon
win.
guy? Is that the Mormon one?
No, Flipkowski, the one who's getting marooned.
Yeah. What's that? Where is he?
He's from Duke. I don't know where he got drafted though.
Oh.
Connect is from Tennessee.
Give me
But
more
dude,
Flip. I want more of that. Set up the Netflix documentary that we're gonna get. You know.
I mean, they
That's gonna
should
be a good
start
one.
getting in the locker room and having him on.
I'm just
But
saying.
teams didn't want him. He fell because teams didn't want to deal with all that drama.
I know, but so I'm saying, like, so why would? So I'm just saying, if I'm the editor of, oh Lord, if I'm the editor of, a sports program, and I got a guy who comes with a story, I'm just gonna ignore him.
Yeah, but wouldn't you argue Bronny came with a story?
He did, so let's do both.
Yeah, I mean, I'm over.
Let's do it all. Like, why are we just doing Bronny? Like, that's kind of my point.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Bronny is a G League player, and unfortunately, he's going to come in and play because LeBron will make that happen. Like, this is more to me a LeBron story, not a Bronny story.
Sure, I agree with that. All right, let me ask you this question. I read on ESPN, it's 250 to 1. So $1 to get 250 back for him to be Rookie of the Year. So what would you lay on that? 0?
Dude, I don't want to lose $1. Like,
yeah, okay. Fair enough.
That's a bad bet, man.
Even at 10 cents for $25.
No shot.
Wow, no shot. Won't even give the dime away. All right.
No, he's not. Dude, if LeBron really wants to win, the Lakers want to win, he's going to touch the floor in garbage time with LeBron. So it's like, oh, LeBron played. It's not like he's Ken Griffey Jr., who's going to be a future Hall of Famer. Like, Bronny's, at best, to me, will be a very average role player.
All right. Well, we'll see. It would be interesting to see if, then this just kind of came to me, but like, how determined, like if you're LeBron and you are a reasonable person, you're not delusional, and you know what Bronny is, whatever, maybe you believe in greater things, but you're like, without me, like, will he ever win? Maybe there's like a crazy push by the Lakers this year to get him his ring. You know what I mean? To get him his championship. Or in the next 2 years, like, well, LeBron's still there. And he's even more motivated because it's like, in my heart of hearts, I know it's not going to happen for him without me. Or a very lucky trade for him. Or something like that. Right? What do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, as crazy it is, LeBron, like all of the players are like the best player on the Team USA is LeBron James. Like, he is still the best player.
You think so? Like that
that's what the players are saying. They're like, well, who looks the best? Who do I think? I mean, it's got to be, even though he's 39. I really like Ant Edwards, but he's not better than LeBron right now.
All right, let me ask you this question, and we didn't talk about this before, but what do you think about the Jaylen Brown Olympics situation?
I think...
So Kawhi Leonard was with the team, and also, by the way, there's some stuff going on with him, and apparently he was injured, so he left, and so before I go to Jaylen Brown, I heard that Kawhi Leonard left with an injury, but the Clippers have since said that he doesn't have an injury, and now there's some Nike stuff coming up between Kawhi Leonard and Nike with his logo. When he wanted to leave Nike, they wouldn't let him do it. There was a lawsuit, So Kawhi Leonard leaves under whatever circumstances. There's a spot open. Jaylen Brown was the Eastern Conference Finals and Finals MVP. Hello. Like, seems like he would be on the first initial selection for the Olympic team, first of all. But obviously wasn't. Kawhi Leonard leaves. Jaylen Brown is like a younger version of Kawhi Leonard, I would say. And he doesn't get picked. Instead, it's Derek White, who... Love Derek White, dude. The tip-in, great moment. But Derek White? Huh? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's so tricky because, like, when you build a Team USA roster, it's so easy to be like, well, let's just put all the studs on the same team, which is pretty much what this team is. Like, their nickname is the Avengers because for those of you who don't know, they lost. It's the first time USA has lost in the FIBA World Cup since like 2002. So like
the last Olympics they lost, or no, the World Cup they lost. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
when was that? 2 years ago or last year?
Last year.
Okay.
And so basically they were like, well, like LeBron and Curry and all these superstars were like, well, we're not going to let that happen again. But so you're built like that's the reason Drew Holiday's on the team, is because he doesn't need the ball. Like, he's going to do his job. He'll score when you need him to. Like, he's going to do his job. Jaylen Brown is another one who's going to consume time on the ball.
But he replaced Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is Tyrese Halliburton should not be on this team.
Isn't he injured? I'm confused. I thought he was hurt.
No, he's not. He actually he was the plus minus leader. But I like the Derek White move because it just adds like a defensive unit where he just does his job. I don't know. Like, Jaylen Brown is I don't want to say a better defender than Derek White, but he's longer, he's more athletic. So if Jaylen Brown didn't need the ball, I mean, I don't really care. What I'm mad about is they tried to run a narrative that Jaylen Brown was pissed. And he was the first one to call Derek White and congratulate him. Like, dude, that Celtics team is tight.
That's not what happened.
Jaylen Brown called Derek White.
That's not what happened.
That's what he said. What happened?
No. He said he called them after he sent out the tweet with the emoji with the monocle, like, and then people gave him crap for 2 or 3 days. And then after, I think it was like 5 days at the ESPYs, he was asked about, like, yo, you haven't come out and said something. And he was like, oh no, I called them, da-da-da. Some things don't have to be public. And it's like, well, you know, when you publicly kind of like questioned him being on the team instead of you would think it might be. And by the way, the next day, Tatum was interviewed, and Tatum gave the lukewarm response of like, yeah, you know, it could be anyone. You know, I mean, you know, whatever. There's a lot of people that could fill those spots. Then Jaylen Brown the next day goes on Anthony Edwards' Instagram, and Anthony Edwards' Instagram just had a post, just like a daily post, like shooting hoops, like daily warm up, whatever. And Jaylen Brown posted, I think, the most valuable player or something like that with the 100 sign, which Tatum's on that team. So, because remember, Anthony Edwards came out and was like, I'm the best option or whatever it was, like in that first week. So here's what I'm going to tell you, dude.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Jaylen Brown wouldn't touch the floor. Derek White's never going to touch the floor in the Olympics. Dude, they're going to have an 8-man rotation, and it like, congrats, you're on the team, you'll get a gold medal, but like Tyrese Halliburton's not going to touch the floor when they play.
So sorry. Here's what I'm going to say, because I had put all the Celtics topics I was going to discuss to bed, but here's what I'm going to say. I do not like the fact, like, if you gave me the option, a would you rather of what we have, which is 2 players who don't really like being in Boston, like would much prefer to be other places, but are there and at least content. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, dude, grow up.
Yo, shut up, dude, bro.
Like, honestly, you're sitting at the kids' table right now. Like,
Tatum
wants to be in LA. First of all, Tatum wants to be in LA. That's number one. And Jaylen Brown wants to be in Atlanta.
Why did he sign the contracts?
Why do we let kids tell us that our teeth are yellow and that we are ugly? Because we need the money. For the money, dude. Yeah, it's all about the money. Come on.
Yeah, dude. But 315 with I mean, I guess 50 million's a lot, but like at the end of the day, like,
isn't it the biggest contract? Isn't it can't you get the most money if you stay with the Celtics?
Well, yeah, you stay with the team that drafted you, but no, they wouldn't have if they really hated Boston, they wouldn't have re-signed.
Here's what I'm gonna say: when the Dino Nuggets are done, I'll bring them to the kids' table. I'll bring you some ketchup. I know you don't like.
Yo, dude, I think you're. For you. What? Why do you think he wants to be in LA? Tatum's a St. Louis kid.
Okay, because he's a Kobe guy and he was a Lakers fan his whole life, dude. Here's what I'm gonna tell you.
You're looking too deep into it. As someone said to you today, you're thinking too hard.
Oh my gosh, that was yesterday. Or was that today? Anyway, either way, here's what I'm going to tell you.
I'm about to end the pod, bro.
I'm gonna fit exactly because you can't. Whatever. Okay. Well, again. I would rather.
You have no date. You have no
I
data
would
to support.
rather the Bridgie Celtics with Jared Sullinger, Marcus Smart, that sort of
shut
thing,
your mouth, dude.
people Isaiah Thomas bleeding green than Jason Tatum or not. And again, they just don't. They're here to win, but they don't really like it in Boston, dude. They don't. They don't bleed green. They're not like the other Celtics that we loved growing up. They're just not. Like, I know you need them to be, but they're not. Like, they're just listen.
They don't want to be anywhere else. They're just, dude, they're boring, dude. I'm not getting into this.
They're excited for when their time ends and they can move on to more desirable destinations.
Dude.
Why? I'm just shocked that you like can't confront that. You can't even talk about that.
Because they've both come out and said like Boston's our home forever, blah 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 blah.
Well, it's true, and people are always honest about everything they say in front of the media because why would you not go up there and just be genuine all the time?
Yeah,
right?
But
because like, I'm genuine, and that's never gotten me in trouble with my blatant honesty.
But I'll tell you, like dude, when you're like Tatum and Jaylen Brown are like cemented in Boston's history, so like.
They are now. That's true. That's true.
If they leave, dude, like they're loved in Boston, no matter what they like. But if they leave in bad terms,
no, dude, but it's not going to be bad terms. It's just they don't want to. They don't like. Listen. It's not that, but like I will tell you this: like they're counting down the years.
Dude, I just disagree with you wholeheartedly.
That's fine. Here's what I'll do. I will for season 2 continue to compile evidence, and we'll continue to have it out in season 2. We'll leave it on a teaser. How about that? This wasn't even a scheduled topic. Okay, so let's keep moving on. All right. Gosh, I hope you're okay over there.
I mean, bro, you're just throwing allegations out, bro. There ain't no evidence at all that makes. There's actually more evidence that they want to stay.
I actually presented evidence, but it's cool. So here's what
because he's a Kobe fan. You know how many Kobe fans are in the league? Are you kidding me?
All right, dude. All right.
And how many people go to LA? Nobody. Nobody wants to play for that.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Organization.
Jason Tatum, if he becomes a free agent, will sign with the LA Lakers. Mark the tape.
Dude, I would throw a 50 piece on that. There's no way he becomes an LA Laker.
And this is our first 2 putts wager between you and me. $50. If he becomes a free agent, hey, well then compound it with interest. Or like in Monopoly where you do the Let me ask you a question real quick. In Monopoly, you play Monopoly? You ever play that game before?
I have, and I'm going to, whatever you ask me, I have an answer.
If you land on free parking, right? The square, the free parking, the lottery square.
Yep.
So at the beginning of the game, you put like $500 or whatever it is, like under the board or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then if you ever have to pay something out of the community chest or something like that, you put that in the free parking. You don't put that in the bank. You put that in the free parking so that the free parking kind of like builds up a little bit. And then when you land on free parking, you win all that.
By the time it gets to that point in the game, Jake, I have thrown the board across the room.
No, but do you agree with me that you put? Because I'm telling. Here's the thing. I played Monopoly recently with someone.
No, I rage too much. So it dude. After by the third one, I gotta pay someone. I'm pissed. Okay. I'm angry. Like the board's across the room.
First of all, that's a shame because I love Monopoly. It's a great game. But here's what I'm gonna say. I played recently, and we were like looking at the rules, and free parking's not supposed to win you money. That whole $500 thing, that's not a thing. Not in the rules. At least not in the set that we had. Maybe it's a newer rule.
Well, it's like
but I've always played that way.
It's like Uno with like the stacking the +2s. That's not really in the rule.
Wait, what do you mean? First of all, you can't and that's let me tell you that if you throw down 3 +2s at a time, you're done. You just forfeited the game. If you're in a chess tournament and you break a rule, like one of the rules in chess tournaments is like
no, you don't throw them 3 at a time.
Okay, because that's not a thing. What do you mean stacking then? What are you talking
about? If
no, where you get to bypass yourself and send it to the next person.
But if you have another +2,
no.
So like if we're playing 6 and I drop a +2 and it gets to you and you have another +2,
no,
you can stack them like that.
No, I'm against that. See, I'm against that rule. That's a new age rule. I don't like that.
You're soft, dude. You're soft.
Maybe I am soft.
It happened to you once. You picked up 12 cars, dude, and you were like, "No, we're done."
I didn't know you were there that day. I didn't know you were there that day. All right, my bad. I didn't know you were there.
When I first learned that rule, dude, if you really don't play Uno like that, you play it like, +2, draw 2 cards, loser.
That's how it is. Okay.
Well, yeah, it is actually. That's the issue.
Well, yeah, it's in the. Well, this is what I'm trying to say though. Is that exactly?
But the rules,
I have defeated you with the rule book.
But the rules are stupid sometimes, man.
Fair enough.
Like in the NBA, bro, you can take 4 steps, you know?
Dude, if you bring up traveling right now, I'm actually going to get upset. So let's talk about the WNBA. Good product. Good product, okay? It's getting better. Like, it's good. It's officially time to invest in the WNBA. Because here's the thing. I'm watching a game. I think it was the Liberty against the Sun. Great matchup, dude. 2 of the powerhouses of the league. All right? Except here's the problem, Nick. The league table popped up. Guys, 12 teams is not an impressive table to look at. It's like, oh. Like, I'm watching the game, I'm like, it's going back and forth. It's within 3 points, 4 points, 5 points the whole game. It's going back. It's like, let's go. Can the Liberty hold their home sweep at home of the Sun? Like, this is good. We got Ionescu. We got, that's the only one I think I know, but I'm still having a great time.
Brianna Stewart?
But does she play for the Liberty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Brianna Stewart. She's crushed. It's great. Ball's zipping around. I'm having a great time. And that table pops up, and I'm like, oh, like what? There's that few WNBA teams? Like, seriously? I didn't know.
And all the playoff games are only a best-of-5 series.
Makes sense with so few teams. So here's what I'm going to say. It's time. And it's time for the government to step in. I want the government to step in, use some of that government funding, and I want 4 teams. Okay? And I even got the cities for you. Okay? I'm going to show you a map in a second.
Wait, I bet you I can name all the cities. And yes, you showed me the map before, but I don't remember them. But I think I got it.
I'm going to pop the map up for the YouTube people here.
Atlanta, Connecticut, LA,
but I'm going to show people
New York, Minnesota.
Pissing me off. Hold on.
Is that really all I got?
For what? What do you mean?
I mean, I don't even know. Dude, that's the thing.
Okay.
Oh, Las Vegas.
Dude, you're pissing me off. All right, let me show you.
Well,
so here we go.
Get it up there.
You got it? Can you see it?
Yes.
All right. So basically, for people to who are on the podcast, there's this great map, and it shows the teams, and it shows like the United States and how they're kind of spread out. Okay, so it's like for example, the Dallas Wings have like all of Louisiana. I think that's Arkansas.
Well, not all of Louisiana. You're not looking at it close enough.
Okay,
but yeah, pretty much all.
No, okay, fine. Let's talk about Atlanta, which has all of Florida, South Carolina, exactly most of Tennessee except the most northwest region. So it's weird. Like it's almost like these teams are counties or something like that. So here's what I'm gonna say, dude. I got the solution. Okay, so anyway, that's for the YouTube people. That's all you need to see. So I looked at the map. I was thinking about good places, and so the first. Well, do you want to try to guess my cities?
I mean,
or do you want to hear them? What do you want? And again, I want because there's really quick. Government pays for the teams, sets up the teams, has ownership for partial ownership or full ownership, whatever we need for 2 years. You'll sell them in 2 years. They're going to be profitable. They're going to be cash cows. Let's get moving.
They're not going to be profitable. That's the whole issue.
I'm telling you, the WNBA is blowing up.
Miami.
Okay, Miami's good. I said Orlando. Because I like the idea of the WNBA and Disney. I don't know. There's something about something about the Disney vibe. You got the WNBA there. You got you got the Orlando, but or the Orlando Magic. I mean, they're kind of on the rise, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I thought Orlando might be fun. Miami's a good one, but Florida, Florida, not Boston. No.
Oh, then you're already off. You already lost me.
Okay. Because I'm being real, I'm being objective, Nicholas. Objectivity. We're not 2 putts, Boston. We're not 2 Boston putts. We're 2 putts. And even though we live where we live, we're national people. Fine. I want to appeal to everyone, okay?
Okay, whatever. So, Oakland, Golden State, Oakland.
Interesting. So, I actually didn't do another California team. I know. Here's what I did. Kansas City.
Oh, I knew
Kansas
you were going to
City.
say some Fugazi.
Kansas
You're going to
City.
come at me saying Boston and you pick Kansas City?
Kansas
Are
City.
you kidding me?
Kansas City. I'm telling you, Kansas City is better than you think.
Yeah, who wants to live in Kansas City, dude?
I understand, but I'm telling you that in terms of the market, there's something about Kansas City for a WNBA team. I really like it. I think it's good, and you're around a bunch of the other teams. No, it's good. So
this is horrible. Next, you're going to say Anchorage, Alaska, dude.
So I will tell you, Alaska's on that map I just showed, and I think it's like the Seattle team that's like supposed to cover Alaska, so that's kind of silly. So Kansas City, I already told you my second. Orlando, Florida.
Say Boise, Idaho.
Orlando,
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay,
this is going to say some stupid stuff.
No, this one's a winner. New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, okay. I can get behind it.
Winner on that one. And you're going to get behind this one, too, because this would have made your list, okay? Chicago, Illinois, dude.
Chicago already has one.
No, they do not.
The Chicago Sky.
Oh, you're right. Damn it. Damn it, I failed. Wow. Well, that's
dude, there's no shot you said Chicago.
Maybe I should have told you before the show. Darn it. This is why you don't prep 15 minutes before the show. Darn it. Well, okay, fine. Well, what are your... Boston?
What about Oakland?
I like Oakland. I don't hate Oakland, especially because... Are they losing the A's? Is that happening?
Yeah, they are losing the A's.
And they are... Did they already... Yeah, it's already the Vegas Raiders, right? They've already lost the Oakland Raiders. Yeah, I like Oakland. Feels like they're going in the other direction, but I like Oakland. Yikes. I said Chicago. That's embarrassing.
Let's do. I actually like Orlando.
Orlando's good.
As much as I do not want to get behind Kansas City, I see the idea. Yeah. Which is what's annoying about
Kansas City's good. That's a sports town. Think about Arrowhead. Like, if that energy... And I think they have an MLS team now, too. So I'm telling you, like, maybe that's St. Louis that I'm thinking of. But
New Orleans is a good shout.
Yeah, Orlando's a good one.
But I think we got to go somewhere West Coast, dude. Maybe... No, there's the Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah. They already have Phoenix, they already have Vegas, and they already have LA. So I'm like, and then they have Seattle. I'm like, that's kind of all covered. That's the thing.
Dude, you know what's a sneaky one? Oklahoma City, dude. Those fans are crazy.
So I'm going to tell you, like, I looked at Oklahoma and I'm like, I'm into it. I'm not against it. And especially because, like, the Thunder maybe is like all that place really has going on, and maybe a college team or something like that. So definitely could have hurt. But okay. That was good. We got some good traction out of that one. That was fun. Wow, I can't believe I said Chicago. That's embarrassing. Don't tell Angel.
Dude, that was mad funny.
So I'm like, here's the thing. I watch sports, Nick. Okay? Now, I watch, like, I'm a sucker dude. Like, I told you this year I wasn't going to subscribe to MLB TV, but I think it was at the beginning of June, or maybe it was the end of June, or like it definitely was in June. I was like, I'm just going to sign up for the monthly, get a couple of months in here while we're in the middle of the season. It's great, dude. I mean, am I sitting there? Only, I think, twice this season I've, like, turned on a baseball game for the first inning, had it on throughout. Maybe twice. But I've been jumping in and catching games in the fifth and the this and the that, whatever it is. Having a great time, dude. And soccer and all these things. And I got to say, like, you're way more knowledgeable than I am, but you don't watch sports.
I do watch.
You don't watch sports, dude. And so I guess it's like, what am I doing wrong? Is this an old people thing? Because I'm like, oh, if I watch it, I'll learn more. And you somehow don't watch it and know more. Like, I don't get that. I need help. I've fallen and I can't get up.
I do watch it, but there's multiple reasons. One, I refuse to watch the Red Sox right now, dude. Which means if I'm not watching the Red Sox, I'm not watching baseball. Sorry, haven't watched a game this year.
What about our Twins? Our Minnesota Twins, dude. Come on.
Oh, for our boy.
And just in general. Come on, what's wrong with the Twins? You don't like the Twins?
No, my second favorite team in baseball. I had one for a while. I just can't think of it right now. But no, but I'm boycotting the Red Sox for multiple reasons. I watch the Euros.
That's true.
Not every game.
I watch the Euros. How can you watch every game? But yeah.
We're in the dog days of baseball, so there's no sports on, man.
Did you watch the home run derby?
Absolutely not.
Dude, I told you. We talked about that, yeah.
No, it wasn't good. No, there was no superstar.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Which is not true. There was a superstar, but they didn't have aura.
Yeah, the one thing that I'll say that I heard talked about and I agreed with it, and again, I'm not like super well versed in it, but it used to be 10 outs, no timing.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
because of that, like the camera would follow the ball, we'd all kind of watch the ball, and then we'd go to the next one. And now it really is, because there's a clock now. And they, I guess historically they were really long, so they added the clock, da da da. But now it really is like the way the camera switches to the balls and the person, you're just like. And someone said something and I loved it. It's like you really end up just watching the ticker go count up. And he says, I can watch a digital number count up on a clock. So why would I watch that for the home run derby? And I was like, dang, when you put it that way, that's pretty it's pretty profound right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the outs were cool. Like, I don't know if you like.
Well, did you watch? I don't know if you watched it, but it was timed 40
Yeah,
pitches.
No, I know.
3 outs. The 3 outs were cool.
It's been a thing for a couple. Well, the 3 outs at the end was new.
Yeah.
But the timing has been a thing for a while. But like in 2008, Josh Hamilton came up and like his round was 30 minutes long because he hit 27 homers. What made the home run derby long was not the following of the camera. It was the.
No, I know.
It was like
runs, yeah.
Well, no, because it takes a lot out of you. So there would be like a span of like 6 pitches where they wouldn't swing.
Right.
Like they pre-planned not to swing because. So I think to avoid it, you get 30 pitches, not outs, 30 pitches.
What do you think What do you think of a pitch machine?
Well,
I'm serious.
Pitch machines are not perfect. And
these pitchers ain't perfect either.
Yeah, I know, but there is a strategy. Like some people like they usually pick their bullpen pitcher. I mean, so I don't know. The home run derby I won't watch, even if it's the perfect system,
Why?
unless there's
stars.
Unless
what about Bobby Witt Jr.?
Stop, dude, stop. And I'm one of the biggest Bobby Witt fans in the world.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But I'm not watching him hit home runs, bro.
Dude,
the dude's a 30-30 player. I'm telling you, like, I want Judge, I want Ohtani, I want Giancarlo Stanton. Like, I don't want to see these little 412-foot homers. I want to see a ball go 500 feet, bro.
Right.
That's what I'm there for, the home run. I also didn't watch the All-Star game, although it was cool that Paul Steen started.
I didn't watch that. And Jarren Duran of the Red Sox that you're boycotting was the MVP. Hit a game-winning 3-run homer.
Jarren Duran's a little cool, dude.
Here's what I'm going to tell you, dude. It's time to wait for the trade deadline. We'll talk about this at work.
Well, I'm actually interested to see what the Red Sox will do at the trade deadline because we're in a place to be competitive, but we're also in a place where, like, our farm system's really good.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's going to be some moves. They're going to upgrade. I'm feeling pretty confident.
Whatever. I mean, we didn't sign Chris Sale. That was stupid.
But, dude, Chris Sale wasn't... There's some players who are really good, and then they go to a team, and they just can't get it together there, and then they go somewhere else, and they're good, and it's just something about that thing.
Chris Sale struck out 300 people one year, bro. He was really good.
All right, I forgot. Your homerism prevents you from being able to...
No, dude, I will say, the last after the World Series, and I mean this, in 2018, Chris Sale was almost unwatchable when he did pitch.
It's just, or he was hurt all the time. Like, it just didn't work.
But what he signed for Atlanta, Boston should have given him a chance. Like, it was worth the money to give him a shot, and now he's back to throwing 98. That's my thing.
Here's what I'm going to say. Boston sports media applies a lot of pressure. I don't think he's a guy who handled it very well. For me. So let's talk about, like, if you, and this actually happened to me the other day. I was reaching in the oven to get something, and my arm accidentally touched the door, the like under bicep. Sensitive skin there, dude. Let me tell you.
The tricep, even.
Let's call it. Sure, if that's what they're calling it these days.
Yeah, he said,
but it wasn't the muscle. It wasn't
bro.
the muscle. It was the skin. So I was like, is that the tricep, or is that just like the skin under my bicep? I don't know. But like, here's the thing. Let's call it is the 1st-degree burn the worst burn, or is a 3rd-degree burn the worst burn? I always get confused with the degrees there. Are we trying to go up, or are we trying to go down?
1st-degree murder's the worst.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
But I think it's 3rd-degree burn is the worst.
See, like, that's the kind of stuff that's just not even fair for all of us putsy people out there. How are we supposed to understand degrees and how to use them in sentences if it's like that? And 90 degrees is hot. So what? Add that to the mix. So here's what I'm going to say. I think there needs to be gradations that we can speak on intelligibly about stub toes, dude. Because I stubbed my toe today playing soccer in a way that it's not just a stub toe, dude.
He's still reeling.
It's a grade 2 stub toe. I don't think it's fractured, but I got a little discoloring. I got a little swelling. Like, here's what I want to say. It's a deep stub. It's not the toe.
Did you sprain your toe?
I think it's the root of the toe. It's a deep stub. Is that a sprain?
I don't, dude. I think you just sprayed.
I think it's a deep stub. I mean, it was a stub.
Dude, if it is a stub, it's a grade 3 stub, dude.
Really.
You were. I mean, dude, it was so bad. We were watching a movie today at summer school, and it was so bad. He took his shoe and sock off to look at it.
Shoe and sock
like
off.
It was something serious. So,
and I think it was discolored then too, but it was dark because we were watching a movie. So it was actually a pretty worthless look at, but I just felt like I needed to.
Yeah, I hear you. Like the anxiety of like not knowing.
I just wanted to see it. I wanted to see how bad.
Yeah, what if your nail?
It's a deep stub, dude, and maybe that's what a sprain is. I have to be honest. That injury stuff, like what each one is, I know with like a fracture and a break and stuff, but like,
dude,
I'm not someone who's in touch with my body like that.
Yeah, but you were mad funny. You come up the hill because where they play soccer, you have to come up the hill to like get back to where our class is. And he's like, dude, I messed up my toe. And then he's going off, I shouldn't have worn these shoes. I should have worn my soccer shoes.
Dude.
I'm like, dude, my advice to you is take it down 10% against these 5th graders.
Well, first of all, it wasn't even like that.
You did score, though, a worldie with the left.
I mean, I scored a couple of worldies today, but here's what I'm going to say. It wasn't even that. It was literally just because the ball's deflated and these shoes are like Levi's Marshall slip-ons, so they just don't have a lot of integrity. And it just, yeah. That's the thing. I picked up my soccer shoes, my Diodoras today, which you've seen me compose, music with those shoes on. So like I was gonna put them on.
Let's just
today.
say it's a bad day to be a 5th grader when you put those shoes on.
It's just bad to be on a field with me when I have those shoes on, regardless of age. But here's the thing. Put those shoes on when I got back because I had to, do my cardio workout, which crushed it, by the way. But put those on
on the grade 3 sprain, everybody.
But dude, I'm gonna tell you what, the adrenaline kicked in. Like the moment it started, I locked in and I didn't feel the toe at all. The moment I finished my abs, I stood up and I was like, oh, my toe. Dude, I compartmentalized like the best of them, dude. That's like what professional athletes do. So I tuned in that work.
You're right there with them, really.
Dude, it was a 4th quarter big moment right there, grinding through. But anyway, I think there needs to be gradations of stub toes. So I think, because I'll tell you, when I looked, I did find one thing that was like level 3 is like it kind of hurts. And it said and it went 3 to 6. And level 6, like grade 6, was like every movement feels like the cut of a knife. And I was like, oh, Jesus, like what? That sounds deeper than your toe.
That's kind of brutal, yeah.
Maybe it's like you hurt your toe and your girlfriend broke up with you. You know what I mean? That sounded real serious.
Yeah, then it's a grade 3 or a grade.
Exactly. All right. So let's tell some stories. 2 stories from the last year, and then we can do a little video element, but it will still be good for the podcast too. To finish out the season, dude. So why don't you start the story about Tingo? Because since you're the one who brought it to fruition.
I want to start with like I moved mid-year to this job, and I shared a room with Jake. And I mean, like I'm very like for those of you who know me, I'm very like late, like reserved when I first meet new people, whatever. Like I would say like 85% of America, whatever. But I'm also never in the market for new friends. So, like, Jake, like a month into the first thing, Jake was like, yeah, I didn't know if I, like, should give you my number. And I straight up was like, it's too early to give you my number. So, whatever. So, throughout the year, I'm starting to invest, and I found this penny stock. And for those of you who don't know what a penny stock is, it's a stock that is less than $1, right? You can buy it with pennies, hence the name. called MICT, and it changed to Tingo. And I was telling Jake, I was like, "Yo, Jake, there's this fire stock, dude, and it just got a merger, dude. The stock price is gonna go up." And so we bought. I was up like $4,000. Jake was up like $2,000.
But it was like because the stock was like was it like 17 cents or something like that?
It was like about 65 cents when we bought.
Okay, 65.
And it got up to like $4.50.
I'm trying to remember how many I had, but I had like we had a decent amount of them.
I had over 1,000.
Yeah, like I probably I must have had at least 500 to 700, something like that.
Yeah. I mean we had a pretty decent amount, so we were at like we were both at, and so there was like a test.
Well, let me say, because like this thing is, and we were bonding because exactly like you said, like you were more reserved, and then like we'd come in and it'd be like, dude, like and then it was like we were chasing this thing together, this dream. And yeah, it started having this rise, and we come in like, dude. It was like, what do we do? Do we sell? Like
20%.
You're like, do we sell? It's like, no, dude, we gotta hold on to it until like this date. And then, dude, think about what this. I mean, even if it was $100 a share, think about how much we'd have.
So this guy is like, dude, I think this thing is a scam, and he flies out and he goes to the warehouses. And the warehouses have nothing in them.
And I think we were waiting for the report. Like it was.
We were.
We were like, oh, let's go. Here we go.
Yeah. Like we knew he was going. And nothing. And the stock went from $4.50 to like less than $1 in a cent. Now it's not even you can't even legally trade it.
Really?
Stock.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was. I mean,
dude,
that was. Yeah.
It was funny, but like also very tragic because that was our retirement plan there.
I mean, literally, that was that was like the dude. Like, we're gonna ride off into the sunset with our ladies and millions of dollars in the trunk with just dollars flying out the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
California sun, dude. Oh, yeah.
Just a tragic.
I mean, when we read the article, because we were both sitting there in the classroom, and just the warehouses were empty. Like, which you have to say, to create such fraud is almost impressive. It's like, wow, you really you went for the deception and you won. Congratulations! Like,
yeah, wow. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it was a. I mean, I wish you all were there when we were like,
oh yeah,
the warehouses are empty, like.
And then because here's the thing: is honestly the day before, it was like we're up like so much. Like, do we just like, it was like, do we do it? It's like, dude, we're doing this for the millions, so let's be patient here. Oh well, guess what? It's a fake company, and you lost everything. So yeah. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
So this year, obviously, after Tingo, we, whatever. And did we even like talk at all last summer? I don't even know. Like, whatever. We, we come into fall. Like, we had each other's number, whatever. And then I think no, that was this year. But so then, like in the fall, we come back. We decide to do the podcast, whatever. Like I would say, we've gotten like close. Like
yeah.
And and so Nick comes in.
So I got a puppy.
Oh, so he gets his puppy.
I got a puppy, and obviously, when you get a puppy, he was 2.5 months old when we got him, so he's not potty trained. And so yeah.
So no, so Nick's, and this is the thing, like, for any dog owner or puppy owner, like for both of them, it's just super stressful. And just to be real, from my own perspective, like. When you're the dude, like, and, regardless of what your composition looks like, one of the people in the relationship is the dude doing the things. It doesn't matter what, the relationship looks like. Someone's the dude. It's always the case. And we're the dudes. So that means we're doing the walks. We're doing the things like that. And so you get a little frazzled. So one morning, Nick comes in. And, like, I think, I don't know if I was, like, in the middle, like, with a student or something. He's like, dude, I need you to do me a favor. Okay? I just need you to do it. Like, I need you to smell my pants really quick. I'm like, all right, dude. Because that's the thing, dude. Like, we've got through a lot together in the short time.
I would have done it for you, bro. Dude, I want it on record.
But I just wanted it on record that there was zero hesitation. It was
there really was. He immediately turned around and was like, yeah, I got you.
I'm there, dude. What do you need? Like, I'm good. I'm there. Stick my face in it, and I go, like, that smells like piss, dude. He's like, I knew my dog peed on my pants. I'm like, what
the Dude. You know what was funny about that?
It's so messed up.
So, dude, yeah, literally it was like, I knew it. I knew he peed on my pants. So, no, what was funny is, like, that night before, I'm like, dude, I'm going to be super proactive. Like, I'm going to put my clothes out so, like, I can take the dog out for a walk in the morning, whatever. And Jeannie wakes up and goes to the bathroom and comes back in. She's like, Nick, it kind of smells like pee in here. I'm like, well, he didn't pee on his bed, so he couldn't have peed on anything, right? And I feel his bed, and I'm like, well, so he didn't pee. Jeannie, you're like, I'm like gaslighting her, right? I'm like, he didn't pee. Dude, I get in the car, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what that smells. Maybe never peed in the car, right, dude? It was just, and so I'm like, smell my pants. So then I had asked Jake, and when he smelled it, I was like, dude, I knew that dog peed on my pants, dude. And this was early in the day, so I was
just gonna say, can you imagine going through your work day knowing that? I mean, I've had some work days of like, oops, I didn't do that. Oops, I didn't see that stain, whatever it is, but never had a day where I'm like, wow, my pants are actually have been marinating in dog pee all night, and here we are. It's a dry, aged dog pee.
And so, really, the kicker is I always have extra clothes at work, as you know. I have a closet in the corner of my room. And not really. It's just a box. Yeah. It's just a box.
It is astounding. Like, I looked at it, I'm like, that's a lot of clothes.
But where we work, we have no AC, which is pretty much an ethical issue, but I don't want to get into that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sweating. I'm a big fella. But I didn't have shorts to change into. I only had pants. So I couldn't change. Like, I wasn't going to, like, because everyone knows, if you've ever sweat in, like, khakis, worst feeling in the world. So, like, it was a lose-lose situation for the boy there.
It was, tell you what, if I hadn't passed all the friend tests, I certainly passed a few on that.
Dude, yeah, dude, I remember. I knew it smelled like dog pee.
I mean,
are you kidding me?
It's, the brain doesn't know how to react in moments like that. But all right, well, let's leave it there. I had something else for us, but we'll save it for season dose. But yeah, we'll definitely be working on some, not like rebranding, but just, making things look fresh. Also, maybe t-shirts, because we feel like we have a lot of t-shirt quotes.
Oh, dude, I mean, we don't feel like it. We do.
That's true. We just got to go get them and make them into t-shirts. So maybe you'll get...
So if anyone wants to send us capital, you will get nothing in return, but we will make cool shirts.
Oh, capital to make the shirts? I feel like you can do that nowadays without, like, needing capital, though. Can't you just, like, make a digital storefront or something? I want someone to...
We're going to produce the shirts, dude.
Listen, here's what I'm going to... Can't they do, like, buy to order or something like that? You send them the thing, and then they order it, and then it comes or it doesn't come? I don't know.
We're not even an LLC, so...
This is really us pushing for someone who knows business. So if you know business, guys, come on. We're clearly marketable. Like, there's... Again, if we were at Shark Tank and we were looking for our valuation, it's higher than you think. Okay? It's higher than you think. Let's leave it at that. We don't need to put numbers on it. We don't want to get too bogged down in the numbers.
Let's just say it's not a lot of them.
Oh, I can't believe I smelled that dog pee. Yeah, I remember that. That was a good time. Good times. Well, anyway, so go see Matt tomorrow at that thing in East Haven.
We don't know where it's called.
It's something fest. It's a fest of sorts. He's on from 12 to 12:25, which we're not going to diss the festival, but let's just say they're not treating our man like the royalty.
As a great man once said at Southern Connecticut State University, are you kidding me, sir?
Yeah. Like, come on, dude. Come on, guys. Fat James is going to be massive. So let's just like the WNBA, let's get the government in here. Let's get some government funds going. Let's get some stimulus checks. what do we got to do to get this ball rolling? All right? And everyone have a great rest of your summer. End of September, beginning of October. We'll see you then. All right?
You never know. You never know.
No, around that. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that so they will know.
Oh.
But not like never know, because then that makes it sound like you don't want to keep doing it. You know
but here's
that's
one
a tough
piece
way
of
to end the
advice.
podcast. That was like Jason Tatum when they were like, well, are you sad that
shit.
Jaylen Brown is here? And he's like, well, whatever. Like, that's how
Jason
it felt.
Tatum,
well, now
whatever,
you know how
we're not
Jaylen
getting
Brown
there.
felt. This is how I feel. So you're Jason Tatum and I'm Jaylen Brown in this situation.
Oh, that does make sense. The first team All NBA and
the
NBA
MVP
player.
of the finals, and the one who comes through, and the one who's better. But does he come when you need him?
Whatever.
I'm not talking about you, dude.
Peace.
Are we just fighting? Is that the
Peace.
All right,
Peace.
bye everybody. See you guys later. All right, great.
Jesus.